Hi everybody, welcome back to Sharon from Vivid Days. I hope that you're going to enjoy this video that I'm sharing with you. Wins, fails, you're going to get to see it warts and all, but I hope you enjoy it. So remember, thumbs up, subscribe, share, comments are always welcome. And remember, if you'd like to see me work with particular products, colours, or a feeling that you want me to create, ideas for my channel, just let me know and I will give it a go. Other than that, peace out. Be creative, be kind. Much love. I mixed my craft resin for 3 minutes in these silicone cups that you can get from Amazon, silicone molds, which is from Etsy, and some silicone little mixing cups for the 3 colours I'm going to use. So I'm going to use the emerald green from the colour Cottage. I'm going to use Cranberry Shimmer from the colour Cottage and Heather Glen from the colour Cottage. So I'm going for a winter theme. The idea being I want it to keep fairly transparent, but I am going to add just a tiny little bit of the resin as it's about to cure and see if it'll create a ribbon type effect. So all of these, because they're silicone, are very forgiving with resin. You can just peel it out and use it over and over again. So slightly better for the environment, I'd say. And I'll wipe down my knife. So I'll make sure I pour enough resin into my silicone cups. I don't need a lot of colour. I will make sure I capture some. It's amazing how the colour will seep because I just want to create that ribbon effect. Ow, cat, get off my legs. Oh, cat, no, I've got a cat. You can't have cat in resin. No. And then I am going to mix up the colours, but then just let this sit, let it start to cure, let all the air bubbles come up, make sure no bits go in there, and all that amazing complexity that comes into resin. It's going to be very interesting for me mixing just a tiny little bit of colour up because I am so used to mixing a lot. I will bring you back when it's slightly going off and we are ready for adding this colour, but until then let's get rid of the bubbles we can see, bearing in mind trying not to touch the sides. And then what I am going to do is see if I can see any ones at the bottom and just try and force them up. There's only 1 or 2, so it's actually very good. Just going to make sure I don't get any dust particles, so I'm just going to go around the edge. I was looking for those bubbles, and then when I do add these drops, that is going to bring this up to create that dome effect, which is what we all love. All right, see you when this is just about ready for curing. Hi, welcome back to Sharon from Vivid Days. This has been curing for about half an hour, so I'm hoping that I've got this right. If not, next time I do this experiment, I'll make it last a little longer. But what I'm doing is just adding these drops randomly, but trying to put them so I am going to leave enough space for clearness and so that the other colours, and we're trying to vary the dot size. So I'm hoping that the resin is going to be suspended and then slowly work its way down, and then as I come through with a brush, not a brush, a sweeping movement. Even that was too much resin left in there. Seeing what that's going to do. Is it going to create that ribbon effect like last time? Is it just going to bleed into the rest of the resin? Or is it going to create some other cool effects? It was very good when I came back. There was no air bubbles. I have lightly torched it just to make sure, but it really was overkill. I really want to do 7 dots. I've got to sweep it around before it all hits the bottom, really. I have a feeling I've gone a little bit premature, so if it doesn't blend together nicely, I'll wait a little bit longer and then I'll come back and add some more. But then there is going to be the risk that it is going to all blend together. These hopefully are going to be nice autumn colours together. Okay, let me come in and play. Trying to drag it and swirl it. Create some interesting effects, hopefully. The more I spread it though, the more it's going to blend into the other resin and the pigment will get weaker. I just want to create an effect of floating. So some has sunk to the bottom, so that shows I've done it a little bit too early. These colours do blend, or should I say, lend themselves well. I'll put this in, and then, well, it's obviously not ready, so I'm not pouring it in, Sharon, come on. But let it cure a little bit longer and then maybe add some more. All the time, trying not to get too many air bubbles or mud. Okay. Not too sure how I feel about it. Cover it up again, stop any more dust getting in there, and then I'll add maybe a few more bits. Not very many bubbles come. Probably only need one of each colour. Afterwards, but I'm just going to cover it up. I'll be back in probably 15 minutes. So, a bit more. Hey everybody, welcome back to Sharon from Vivid Days. This has fully cured and I want to take it out of the mould and see how this resin has cured and what some of these effects from adding that Cottage pigments in there. Okay, so you might be able to see the shimmer of the sunlight there. So there are a couple of blobs that's gone all the way down there, but there's also some interesting effects from the side, so I do need to just sand off. I should have domed it a little bit more, but the sparkle that's in there, you may or may not be able to see. I might just turn my camera. So I think you can see a little bit more of that beautiful sparkle that comes from that colour Cottage Pigments, and I think you can also see the little ribbon effect and swirl. What I want to try and perfect is holding that a little bit more so it doesn't bleed out into the resin as much, but it's definitely a good project to work on. Mix up your designs, have some fun. The goal is to leave it until it's just about cured. I went in a little bit too early. And make sure that you smooth your edges, get a dome effect. But it gives you lots of ideas of sun catchers or little bits of art that can be in your window. But the test is going to be, if I leave it in my window, let me see how it performs in UV. But it's definitely cured. Anyway, I'm Sharon, I've digressed, but I wanted to show you this floating feeling and this ribbon. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe, share, comments are always welcome, and I'd love to know if you've worked with craft resin and what's your thoughts on it. For me, it's definitely a winner, and I'll definitely work on it with more projects.